Hey, Stav. Hey, Eldest and esteemed guest. I'm doing another take because I fucked the first one up. Okay. Hey, so I'm a new dad. I'm a slightly fat piece of shit.
Nice.
I have a wonderful wife. The issue that I'm having is my wife. She's a wonderful home cook. She cooks incredible meals, and sometimes I don't want to eat them all the time. Mm-hmm. And I feel like a fat piece of shit for wanting like outside food and fat burgers and shit. And she's mostly vegetarian, and I'm definitely not vegetarian, and that might be the problem. And I'm always like fucking up her routine by wanting this, that, the other, like meat and shit. And I guess the question is, I would love some advice from some fat pieces of shit on how to appreciate more like home cooking and stuff like that, and not be like an ungrateful bastard as I am. Love the show, love what you do, Eldest. You're a good Albanian. You're one of the good ones. All right, bye.
There aren't many. I'll say that.
How long do you think we have on our just purely ironic anti-Albanian racism? You think we've got another 2 years?
I don't know. Well, Albania, as a coalition is growing.
Relax.
The global order. So
they got Eric Adams.
Pretty soon it will look bad. Sometimes I do think, not that I give a fuck, but it's like when Stav says shit about Albanians, it is funny. He's fucking Greek. We've known each other our whole lives. But it's like when random Americans, it's like when you be like, oh, you fucking Somalian. It's like,
I know. We're getting into like
Chappelle. And I would, let me tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't you know I would?
They're fraud. They're doing fraud.
Look at the shape of their heads.
So I know you mean where it's like, fuck, we never intended to get this successful is really what it's really what it comes down to. We're now just random people feel comfortable being racist to Albanians and not in the context of a lifelong friendship where we're satirizing our dumb parents, basically. Like we're basically making fun of our older relatives, but we gotta that sucks that we have to fucking start dialing it down. But anyway,
now, most of us who don't know, where is Albania?
It's right above Greece.
Yeah, it's
and so Greece and Albania,
Africa,
to Boston, everything outside of everything fucking further west of New Haven or whatever the fuck or east. I'm fucking too stupid to even do that joke. Whatever.
Technically, it's west also. It's just a longer trip.
If you believe the round Earth propaganda, but
anyway, what was
you say some shit to the wrong Albanian and it could be a long night for you.
That's true. This problem might solve itself.
Yeah.
If enough Albanians start fucking up podcast fans. Because by the way, podcast listeners versus any Albanian in any kind of physical altercation,
your money's on Albanian.
I'm taking the Albanian.
Yeah.
Now this guy's issue, I don't understand why it has to be fat specific.
It's not,
the fat part doesn't make sense.
Because you're a big fan of this type of cuisine.
I like this kind of food, and I have this problem. Sarah cooks meals, and she's a good cook. Maybe, I don't know. I've never tasted it. she cooks, and it's not any kind of slight. I'm in the mood for a burger or a chicken parm. I mostly have chicken parm.
You love chicken parm.
That's all. I'm chicken parm all day.
You have the same. You have the diet of the person who had my accident, basically. I had a child's accident. You have a child's diet.
So I feel like skinny fat people like myself can weigh in on this.
Yeah, sure. I'll give you that as well. Have you? I mean, also dating a vegetarian. Eldest, you could weigh in here because your wife has been vegan, vegetarian, and you've dipped in and out. But you've been with your wife from the time you guys were together. She was a vegetarian, so it's like
absolutely.
So put in a little because I have some thoughts here too. But go ahead. You have the.
I mean, I don't think I've ever been like that meat heavy, but just learn to like vegetables. Like, do you want to be an adult who's no.
Careful. You're about to offend Joe. I gave Joe tried chicken souvlaki with tzatziki, and he made a face like I gave him fucking boiled asparagus. He tried tzatziki was too much. Yogurt, garlic, and olive oil was too much for Joe.
First of all, I love asparagus.
I will say, Joe, you're not fat though. I feel because I am fat, I feel a pressure to not be like, you want to eat fucking vegetables?
Right.
No, I want to eat a fucking double cheeseburger.
That is true.
So maybe it is part of just because I am fat.
Right. That's internalized fat phobia.
You don't want to be the fat guy that only wants to eat pizza like every fucking night.
The call is coming from inside the McDonald's playhouse.
I think also here's the thing. This guy probably is just depressed And these little fast food runs are his escape. That's my guess.
They do hit like drugs.
They hit
really
like
do.
drugs, especially if you're not a guy who's getting fucked up. At times when I've been like trying not to, when I was more sober, you know what I mean? Where it's like I wasn't like purely sober, but I wasn't getting really, really fucked up. Or when I was working a soul crushing job, or when I was really overwhelmed. I mean, even when shit's going good, but I'm just overwhelmed and like depressed. Nothing hits like a fucking burger, drive through. Like you might just have an eating disorder where this is drugs to you and you need to think about that. But I would say a really easy way in general for somebody dating a vegetarian or friends with a vegetarian, because I've had this issue. I've dated vegetarians. I've gone on trips with I've gone on tour with vegetarians, and
Bobby
like
Kelly.
Oh, it was really hard, dude. Remember that? I still think about
Parmesan is just as good, dude.
I still think about that order when we were. Where the fuck were we? It was all three of us.
Cleveland?
No, it was maybe Cleveland. Remember that like beer hall we went to?
Oh,
and it was like
no.
I feel like it was in the Northeast somewhere. But anyway, it was the night before. We got in the night before, and me and Bobby met you at just a place, and me and you were both like, we could be a little like we're not that hungry. And I'm fat. I'm not saying I'm not fat at shit at the time. Like I just happened to not be hungry. And Bobby legitimately ordered like 8 entrees and fucking 6 appetizers. And that was just like, I mean, me and Bobby on the tour was like one of the most fucked up things. Like I look back at some of those meals.
What the Grateful Dead was to acid,
dude. Yeah, for real. It was so fucked up. I remember one time we drove through and we just saw like a dim sum restaurant in the middle of Florida. We just stopped. No one else was in there, and we just made them cook us like a fucking. These motherfuckers just brought out like a fucking.
They were dropping
14.
dead of exhaustion in the kitchen.
They
will stop.
They were like, they would rather build the railroad.
She's falling down.
Anyway, whatever. So anyway, a good strategy with vegetarians is treat their main meal as your side dish. Like if your wife is making like a fucking scramble with like whatever, like a tofu veggie, have like eggplant, whatever they're cooking, eggplant, a veggie stir fry, you just cook up a piece of steak or or some chicken thighs, and you just fucking eat that. Even a potato, fucking make a baked potato, have a side of chicken or steak, and then eat her main meal as your fucking side dish. That was my strategy whenever I had to deal with like vegetarians. Is like they know how to cook veggies tasty because that's all they eat. So just open your mind a little bit. My hunch is this is not about your wife's cooking. You have an eating disorder of some type where this food is more important to you psychologically than it is, in any other facet. And so I would say investigate those thoughts and those feelings, see where that comes from, see where those desires come from. And in the meantime, just, if you're looking for a strategy, just add your own steak and even, by the way, order your own fucking piece of meat if you don't cook, right? Or meal prep it, fucking grill, 6, like a really good thing I did, something that holds really well is like ground chicken or ground beef with spices. And you can use that with any different type of thing. Or if you marinate flank steak with soy sauce, orange juice, and some pick your own chilies or whatever the fuck. You don't even have to chop up fresh shit. You could just, orange juice, soy sauce, and just some fucking cayenne, just some different. You can use spices. You don't need to use fresh onions and garlic and shit. But if you want to, it only ups it. You marinate a flank steak in that for a day, and then you grill it. It's a lean cut of steak. It's fucking tasty, and it holds really well for the whole week. And you could just microwave that shit up and throw it to whatever the fuck your wife is cooking. That's my advice from a fat fuck who's dealt with this many times and who loved the drive-through.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I still miss it. I was really depressed, and I was like, I just saw a McDonald's, and it was closed, thank God, or else I would have done something fucked up recently.
The thing I've done, and I take this with a grain of salt, it might not work for everybody, but like there's the simple question of like if you're about to do something fucked up food wise, make an impulse decision, getting some fucked up unhealthy food, just be like, do I need this? And honestly, I don't know. It has helped.
Oh, wow.
It's turned me about. And like,
that's a good thought.
I've put down the Reese's cups. I've put down the Reese's cups from thinking that.
By the way, I'll say the main difference, because I've been on like GLP-1s, for the last almost year now. I think a little over, maybe about a year exactly, is it has made me occasionally be able to do that.
See?
Like, I never in my life was able to be like, do I really need this?
Yeah,
And
I
it
try
worked.
that and I'm like, yep.
Yeah. I do need it. Actually, I need more.
The verdict is yes.
But dude, the one thing GLP-1s is I can do that now. And now if I order too much, like I don't eat the whole thing. I have leftovers. I have more than half of my leftovers in that fridge right now. That never would happen.
Get leftover peri peri chicken.
Yeah.
That's what GLP stands for.
Yeah, that's right. Pretty much.